when you look at, the whole Old Kent Road, I think it's going to bring a lot of opportunities, and it's also about making sure that we kind of capitalise as local people on the opportunities before it really kicks in and it's too late. So I think for me, I want local people to get involved, become more active in terms of what's going on in the area, so that when the opportunities does arise, there's less barriers to entry for various things.
On my way to Peckham, to the Peckham Festival, and then after that I'm going to the Croydon event, which is Teaching Our Own, which is hosted by Leah Salmon. Got a couple of guest speakers on, and catch the end of that. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Mind the closing bit. Mind the door. Okay, so it's a really massive space, We've got vacant garages, and they're converting it into community space, creative space. Really beautiful. What are you looking forward to doing here when it's up and running?
Schools and badges.
Okay, what are you looking forward to?
The t-shirts.
Making the t-shirts. Cool. So what are you looking forward to most, Mum?
Seeing how the space is going to be used. Obviously kind of connecting with different creatives, new people that are, be coming here to set the space from different areas as well. And I think just how it will improve the quality of how people spend their time, especially those that, are from the area, those that live in Peckham. But, I think those are the important things for me. I work in fashion as well, so being able to kind of be here as well and kind of link with other people as well, and just let people know what it is that I'm doing and how I can support them as well. And then obviously for the kids as well, the different activities and all the different goings on and things like that as well. So I just think definitely about improving the quality of life. Yeah, definitely. I think.
I asked the kids earlier what are they looking forward to most. Can I do the same with you guys? What are you looking forward to the most?
Just looking forward to seeing how it develops, really.
Yeah, for the good of the neighbourhood, to bring people together. It'd be really good to see this all day lit. I'd love to see it all lit when all the roof lights opened up. Because they're awesome. All the beautiful shapes on top of the roof. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah.
Pyramids. They're going to let so much light flood in, and this will be even more attractive space. Can't wait to see that.
I'm going to have a look up there in a minute.
Yeah, do. You'll be impressed.
I've seen the plans, and I haven't actually seen it myself. So
It's worth exploring.
Yeah.
We'll walk around.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost kind of a brutalist architecture, but really cool shapes. So we hope that the top of the car park can also become a sort of a play area or a garden or something to put to good use instead of just unused at the moment. So yeah, it'd be good to get involved with that as well as funding comes in, hopefully, and as time goes on.
Yes, this is the man Nick, the legend.
You guys keep saying that, man.
Living legend. It's a good thing, man. Living legend, man. We appreciate
But then you got to live up to it, isn't it?
Yeah, but you are, man. You already are, man. You already are. And yeah, we appreciate you. That's why we call you a legend, man. And yeah, so we're here. First time I've come here. You know, I've promoted it and thrown it out, and it's a brilliant opportunity that Nick's worked on, and yeah, it's something for the community, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to? Basically, I've been asking everyone, what are you looking forward
What
to
am I
most?
looking forward to?
Most.
I think, do you know what? I think now it's just actually seeing where the dream's actually going. It's a great space that we can kind of utilize, build skills, deliver a range of activities for different people from all walks of life. So for example, today we've just had somebody who actually owns a mobile forge where they can actually make lots and lots of stuff out of metal, which I think is really, really good. And I think the reason why it's good, especially if you live in Southwark, you know, you always got council officers saying to you, oh, we're going to do this in your area, we're going to get this designer to do this and that. Whereas now we can actually have a local person teaching local people how to actually do it. So when you actually go outside your house, you've actually got stuff made by local people.
Yeah.
You know, and I think for me, and also what that also does, it kind of gives local people a chance to say, you know what, I can do it as well. You know, even for me, sometimes I feel like I'm a bit privileged in terms of when I want something. And I think because of the knowledge in terms of what I know, it makes it easier for me to get something. And I think there shouldn't be such barriers like that stopping people from doing it, because the problem is we then have to live within it. And that's the issue that I've got. You live within something and you can't actually put the ideas forward to say this is what we want. And I think it'll be easier, you know, people can wake up in the morning and say, guess what, this needs redoing, and they can talk to different people from different places and then just get it done.
Okay, so that's Southeast done. I've got to make my way up to Croydon now. Waiting for the train. Okay, thank you, train. But yeah, I'm going up to Croydon to the Teaching Our Own Homeschooling Fair, which is being run by Leah Salmon in conjunction with, I think, Black History Studies and Moon University, which is an online university. Yeah, so that's where I'm heading now. They want a quick interlude. smile, sis. Yeah. You give us a big smile. We got abundance. See, this is good, man. Big smile, sis. Hello. Yeah, they're here. She got a thing going on.
So everyone can take your seats.
Yes, brother, big smile.
So we can introduce
Yeah, man,
everybody
doing
up
it,
to the
doing it.
stage.
He's got the knowledge. Alright.
Of us don't like the structure of school. Some of us just don't like the schools themselves. So you can replicate school at home if that's what works for you. If you want your child to sit all the exams, you can do that, but you're still doing it on your own terms and on your children's own terms. So if you want your child to do the 11 plus, if you want them to do the stats, if you want them to do A levels and degrees and all these kind of things, you're absolutely free to do that. Because you have international students that come over here and they haven't been through the traditional schooling. They just find testing centres, they study at home, online, through books, and then they just register at testing centres to do their GCSEs, to do their A levels, to do whatever it is that they want to do. So as a homeschooler, it doesn't mean you don't ever get access to the qualifications that you need. But like Justin said, in a lot of schools, I remember when I was in school, there were 5 compulsory subjects that I had to study for. Then they were like, okay, when you use your time doing all of these, now you can make a decision as to what you want to actually do with your life and then study those things. So we don't have to do those 5 compulsory unless, like Rachel, as a parent, you want your child to do those kind of things. You've got the freedom to ask your child, what do you want to learn, and that's what you're going to study, and if that's going to help your career path, then that's where you're going to go down. So it takes back the control with the parent, but you can still follow those traditional steps of the GCSEs, then the A-levels, then the college, then the university, etc., etc. Does that make sense? Brilliant.
One of the most important advantages of a homeschool child is freedom. So at a young age, being homeschooled, like if I wanted to go to the library and say that's where I was going to study for the day, I got on the bus and my brother went to the library to study. If I was studying something I didn't understand, I wasn't waiting to be spoon-fed something by some teacher. The internet's there, libraries are there. You develop an initiative much faster because you have to rely now on your own intellect, your own understandings to actually grow.
And the main benefit that I had, I was taken out of school in year 7, so I had kind of both worlds, if you like. So I was in the school system and I came out, and the main difference is the freedom. So if you're someone that likes to learn about particular subjects and you're actually enthusiastic about that, then you can pursue those in your own time, if that makes sense. You don't have to, you're not governed by a system.
I remember one thing my college tutor told me is you take the initiative, you don't wait to be told things or spoon-fed things. So yeah, some people think it does make you lazy because you get up and over, but actually it makes you more independent as well and free-minded. So yeah, I'll definitely second and third the freedom is the main thing. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask a question to Sheriff Henry, who's done a lot of work with the Black Child Agenda and the school's prison pipeline. Do you think parents spending more time with their children, either by homeschooling full-time or just by doing more with their children around their schooling, can help prevent that school's prison pipeline?
That's such a big question. Yes and no, unfortunately. Unfortunately, because I would say most parents are good parents, not the best for their children. However, if you're dealing with a system that is systematic in their approach to your children, there's not a lot you can do when your children are not with you. So no matter how much time you spend with them, no matter how much time you go down to the school, no matter how much time you do other activities, sometimes you just cannot, avoid what is too often and getting worse to be the inevitable. For me personally, I would definitely encourage people to look further into home education because things aren't going to get any better in the education system. They're not going to get any better with regards to our children. We've got 6-year-olds on sexual assault charges. We've got 5-year-olds being parent at school. We've got crews specifically being built for primary age children. So it's not getting any better. So we really, really, really need to be serious about slowly taking our children out, networking with each other. Leah's got a fantastic website with so many resources, and there's a few other people in here as well, and looking at how you can actually build homeschool networks where you actually live. Start with part-time, and then try and jump about that, to be fair. Because I had a call this morning, a grandmother crying down the phone, and that was at about 8:30 because of her grandson. So, no, actually, in other words, it's not going to get any better. Spending as much time is not going to change what your children are. They can't defend themselves, their children. Yes.
All right, now, the aim for I think a lot of us who still want to pursue careers and do other things with our lives is to have a school that we can all trust and depend on to deliver a level of education we're comfortable with that suits our children's cultural needs. Is that something that a lot of us would agree with? Right. Now, until that happens, because I know that there are people in the process of making that happen, but that is a long goal. Until that happens, I'm posing this question to Julian Hall, until we do have schools that can cater for our children's needs, what do you think children who are old enough to understand that they can take control over their lives, and parents, what do you think they can do in the meantime to start bridging the gap between where we are now and where we want to be educating with our children?
Sure, so like I said in my presentation, working with teachers themselves, they have told me that the schools and the teachers themselves cannot be fully responsible for our children's education, right? Now, on the flip side, we are quite fortunate in that there are a number of programs, many of them in the room and individuals on the panel, who essentially supplement the curriculum, right? So we've got Davis here, who's got the Mandarin Academy, I'm running Ultra Kids, Cheryl has some amazing school activities that she runs throughout the holidays like the Mad Woman, and we've got the iPad, we've got all of these other supplementary programs and activities and clubs, and I would just encourage you all to take full advantage of them, because in a quite an unstructured way, a lot of them fill the gaps that the school system hasn't provided us for. And there are teachers putting their kids in clubs. So what does that tell you, right? So I think that maybe 10 years ago we didn't have many options, but today we've got so many options. We've got individuals teaching chess, yoga for kids, all types of stuff, right? Which will provide that holistic, rounded education that our kids need. It's all over Facebook, it's all over the net, it's not difficult to find those. And if you don't know, you can just ask, do you know somebody who's doing X, Y, or Z, depending on your children's needs. And again, because a lot of the organizations are familiar with the issues, there are parents who register on our program who will say, oh, according to the teachers, my child has special educational needs, or they lack focus, or so we'll be mindful of that when they come onto our program, and we can supplement their education accordingly. So that's what I would say. I would say that we're now actually quite fortunate time, and the resources that are available online are just unbelievable now. We've probably not had access to as many resources in as many different ways than ever before. I'm going to say that again. At our fingertips, on our phones, we've never had as much access. So really, there's kind of not much excuse, right? It's just about, switching our mindset away from now being responsible, really taking, ownership over our children's development in all aspects of their education. But I think that we are fully equipped. We've got so many experts, and I've just been blown away by the expertise of this lady next to me. I'm sure you will have as well. So it's not that we lack the information. I think it's just in our minds we're not really sure that we can access it or that it's there. But trust me, it's there, it's around, it's in this group.
Okay, so I'd like you to talk about your latest initiative that you're working on called the Manhood Academy. I don't know if anyone's heard of this, but David's working on something called the Manhood Academy. So if you can tell us a bit more about this initiative and how you think, again, it can help the parents in here who need something like Julian said to supplement what they're experiencing in school.
Greetings everyone, how's everyone doing? Okay, can I just ask you just for one moment, just to look to the person next to you and just show some love, any way you want to do it. You can do that real quick. I love that. So, in short, as Leah just explained, I've worked in schools for many years, I've worked in prisons. I do chess for the younger generation. For the old one, I do a lot of hard ed stuff. And what I realise is our young people are failing for two reasons. Number one, we don't have strong enough networks. So what I'm encouraging everyone to do today is take as many numbers as possible, because there's some great minds in this room. It's amazing. I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, this sounds like that now. We all need a network. So if your child needs anything, all you need to do is pick up your phone and make a call. No one needs to be searching on the internet because we've got a lot of wealth there. So I'm encouraging everyone to step outside your comfort zone, forget what your ego says. No, they're not. Tell your ego to shut up. Look to the person, get their number, and make that connection. Seriously, it's important. And secondly, we're doing a Manhood Academy, so it's a rites of passage program for 8 to 12-year-olds and to 8 to 12, and then what's the age? 13 to 19. Sorry, I went to the dentist today, the injections were wearing off. And what we realise is, even though our young boys, in particular, they get to a certain age, from primary school they seem to be okay, even though there's some hiccups. When they get to secondary school, oh my God. See, like my little boy, wherever he is, he started school recently, not cool, so I know there's no real stress there. Secondary school, jeez, I don't know what I'm going to do because it's a war. What's that word called? War zone. It's a war zone that's crazy. So I'm encouraging you, listen, seriously, if you've got children right now that are young, homeschool them before they get into secondary school, because then it will get dangerous. And people like myself and Cheryl will step up and try to undo all the madness that's happening. So we're going to be launching a rites of passage program from January 2017, and it's going to be focused at the 2 different age groups, and it's to make sure that our young people have the character, because a lot of people in the room today, our character is not strong enough to survive the onslaught of this system. We are prepared, and they never sleep. This system is not going to sleep until we're at a certain level. So we have to make sure that we're strong enough and we're prepared, and we have our own personal comfort zone. So that's going to be happening. We've got a launch on the 10th of October. It's going to be in Parkview Academy. You can get all the information on manualacademy.co.uk. I've got some flyers. You get my number. Arthur is essential. Like, I know everyone's very laid back, being casual, eating food, catching jokes, but with these young boys, I'm sure some of you have watched Gangland recently. You know, I've known some of these young people on the programs, and to them, it's like not even their parents can save them. They look out the window and they are ready to die. It's sad. And the mothers as well, the fathers, I don't know where they are. But it's very important that we come together as a community and do whatever is necessary. Whether you like it or not, you have to do these things for our younger generation, because it's unacceptable what our young people are going through. Unacceptable. And they're looking for us to be their saviours, and when they're complaining about bills or working 9 to 5 or we can't afford certain provisions. So team up with everyone, group economics. Thank you for your time. I think you did a great job. To the panelists, amazing. Thank you for your time.
Okay, so that's been my vlog. Episode 1. It's the first time I've done it. Apologise for the editing. I will get better. But big up to everyone in Peckham at the Ledbury estate. Really loved the space. It was really cool to go down there. I'm a big fan. And as well, big up everyone who's doing the homeschooling thing. I think the homeschool affair was excellent. Really good turnout. Really good vibe in there as well. Met a lot of people. Yeah. Big up Leah Salmon as well. Or Salmon. I think I've been saying her name wrong, but Salmon. Yeah, big up Leah Salmon, let me get it right. And everyone involved in the Teaching Your Own fair. Yeah, she's a really great woman. She does a lot of books. She does a lot of things in the community for the benefit of us. And she does raw food or vegan cooking or something like that. But she's cool, yeah? And she's proactive as well. That's what we like. Yeah, we like that people that are proactive and doing their thing. And she's definitely doing that, yeah? So, yeah, that's the end of my first vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, yeah? Check out African Sons and Daughters as well, www.africansonsanddaughters.com. That's the organisation close to my heart. And yeah, time to go to work. Just saying hello. Good morning, mate. Just myself. I'm filming everything.
Oh yeah, I feel over here.
Do you mind? You mind being on the camera?
Pardon?
You mind being on the camera?
I've got a digital camera, yeah.
Okay. You don't mind being on camera though, do you?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Alright, I'll take you out.
Okay.
Alright then, so have a good day, yeah?